Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has just shaken the baseball world with an announcement that nobody was expecting at this point in the season, and the buzz is spreading like wildfire. The Japanese pitcher, who joined the Los Angeles Dodgers with sky-high expectations and one of the most talked-about contracts in recent memory, has officially declared that he is leaving the team. The moment the news broke, fans flooded social media with disbelief, confusion, and wild theories about what could have possibly gone wrong. This isn't just about a player moving on. It feels like a shockwave hitting a franchise that was built to dominate, with Yamamoto at the heart of its rotation plans. When he first arrived in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers marketed him as the face of their future, a bridge between the proud history of Japanese pitching excellence and the bright, ambitious blueprint of Los Angeles baseball. To see that vision crumble suddenly leaves everyone asking the same question: why? What could drive a young superstar, still adapting to American baseball, to walk away from a team stacked with talent and ambition? And perhaps more importantly, what does this mean for the Dodgers moving forward in a league that doesn't forgive missteps? The timing of Yamamoto's departure only deepens the mystery because the Dodgers have been building their pitching strategy around his electric arm. Known for his devastating splitter, pinpoint control, and poise on the mound, he was supposed to be more than just another addition. He was their answer to October, their counter to the offensive juggernauts lurking across the league. But now, with him stepping aside, the front office is scrambling for answers while fans spin theories ranging from injuries to cultural challenges to behind-the-scenes conflicts that nobody wants to admit. Some insist this is about health, maybe an undisclosed issue that forced him to rethink his immediate career trajectory. Others whisper that adaptation has been tougher than anyone imagined, with language barriers, lifestyle adjustments, and relentless pressure weighing him down. The Dodgers clubhouse, normally a fortress of optimism, suddenly looks fragile, and the media glare is intensifying. Every beat reporter is digging, every rival fan base is mocking, and every analyst is dissecting the situation like it's a playoff game. The exit is as shocking as it is enigmatic, and it leaves an uncomfortable silence around a franchise that hates uncertainty. What makes this story even more fascinating is the sense that nobody, not even the Dodgers' closest insiders, saw it coming. There were no leaks, no gradual rumors, just a bombshell statement that Yamamoto is out. That suddenness fuels the narrative that something unusual is happening here. Is this about broken promises? Did the Dodgers overwork him or fail to deliver on off-field assurances that were crucial for his comfort in the United States? Yamamoto's career in Japan was defined by consistency, excellence, and composure under pressure, which makes this abrupt exit feel completely out of character. When he signed, the Dodgers celebrated the deal as a cultural milestone, linking themselves to the massive Japanese fan base that followed him religiously. Now, those fans are left with heartbreak and confusion, questioning whether the bright lights of Los Angeles were too harsh or whether Yamamoto simply realized that his priorities didn't align with what the team was offering. It is a story dripping with drama because it mixes the worlds of sport, culture, and business into one combustible cocktail, and right now nobody can predict where the pieces will fall. There is also the ripple effect to consider, because Yamamoto is not just a player leaving a team. He is a symbol of how international stars are integrated into Major League Baseball. The Dodgers had positioned themselves as the perfect destination for overseas talent, a franchise that not only values skill, but embraces global icons. Losing Yamamoto so early in his American chapter risks tarnishing that image, raising questions for future signings who may think twice before committing to such a high-pressure market. Rival teams, meanwhile, are surely circling, waiting to see if there's an opportunity to pounce. Could Yamamoto return to Japan and re-establish his dominance there? Could he explore other MLB options despite this sudden departure? The ambiguity fuels speculation, and speculation is oxygen for a story like this. Fans in Tokyo and Los Angeles alike are glued to every update, dissecting every phrase of the announcement, hunting for hidden meaning. The truth, at least for now, remains elusive, and that makes the story more captivating, because nothing excites the sporting world like a mystery wrapped in star power. From the Dodgers' perspective, the fallout is enormous. Financially, this is a franchise that poured resources into securing Yamamoto, not just to win games, but to boost its global brand. They courted him with more than just numbers. They built a narrative around his arrival. Now, they face the uncomfortable reality of having to explain to their fans, and perhaps to their investors, why their prize signing has slipped through their fingers. This is a franchise that thrives on stability, on projecting an image of invincibility, but suddenly it looks vulnerable, scrambling to fill not only a roster spot, but a void in credibility. Dodgers fans are demanding transparency, while critics of the organization seize the moment to question its management style. Could this be a sign that the front office has lost its magic touch? The timing is brutal, the optics are damaging, and the questions are relentless. In the unforgiving world of baseball media, perception can be as important as performance. And right now the Dodgers are losing ground in both. And then there's Yamamoto himself, whose reputation is both under threat and strangely elevated by this move. On one hand, walking away risks being seen as a sign of weakness, an inability to adapt to the challenges of the biggest stage in baseball. On the other, it paints him as a figure of intrigue, a player so valuable and mysterious that even his absence commands headlines. Fans may be disappointed, but they are also fascinated, because Yamamoto's story has taken a turn that nobody could have scripted. In a league where narratives are often predictable, the rise of a prospect, the fall of a veteran. This is something different, something disruptive. His departure forces everyone to look beyond the diamond, to the human being making decisions under immense pressure. Whether he is back in Japan soon, whether he surprises everyone with another MLB destination, or whether he takes time away from the sport altogether, Yamamoto has ensured that his name will remain central to baseball's global conversation. For now, all anyone can do is wait, speculate, and marvel at the drama that continues to unfold. The second wave of this story is even more intriguing because the whispers coming out of baseball circles are painting a picture that goes beyond a simple personal decision. People are talking about friction behind the scenes, disagreements about training regimens, and even clashes over how Yamamoto was being used in the rotation. Some insiders claim he wanted more flexibility, while the Dodgers coaching staff insisted on sticking to rigid plans that didn't account for his unique background and style of preparation. That kind of conflict is subtle, often hidden from the public, but when it surfaces, it can poison the relationship between player and team. And Yamamoto, known for being meticulous about his craft, might have felt undervalued or misunderstood in ways that the Dodgers underestimated. These are still just murmurs, half-formed stories, but they feed the idea that his departure wasn't about one dramatic incident, but a buildup of small fractures that finally became too heavy to carry. If true, that shifts the spotlight squarely onto the Dodgers' leadership, raising questions about their ability to integrate international stars without friction. Suddenly, it's not just Yamamoto leaving. It's a broader narrative about cultural missteps in the heart of Los Angeles. What makes these rumors even more compelling is how fans on both sides of the Pacific are interpreting them differently. In Japan, there is sympathy, a sense that Yamamoto may have been overwhelmed by a system unwilling to bend for him, a young man caught between pride and performance. Japanese media outlets are already framing his decision as an act of self-preservation, a refusal to sacrifice his long-term career for short-term demands. Meanwhile, in the United States, the narrative is harsher, with some analysts accusing him of failing to meet expectations, of not having the toughness to handle the grind of Major League Baseball. The clash of perspectives turns the story into a cultural debate as much as a sporting one, highlighting the contrasting values of two baseball traditions that intersected in Yamamoto. Fans are passionately debating whether he was mishandled, misunderstood, or simply unprepared for the leap. And as those debates rage, the Dodgers are left in the uncomfortable position of being criticized on both sides, either as inflexible taskmasters or as poor evaluators of character. The truth might lie somewhere in between, but in the court of public opinion, perception often hardens into reality. The timing of this bombshell only amplifies the chaos. The Dodgers were supposed to be in the middle of fine-tuning their playoff strategy, with Yamamoto expected to be a central figure. His sudden absence forces them to rethink everything, from pitching rotations to bullpen depth, and even their mental edge heading into the postseason. Baseball, after all, is a game of rhythm and confidence, and losing a star in this fashion disrupts both. Opponents will smell vulnerability, the media will probe relentlessly, and teammates will have to recalibrate their roles in real time. It's the kind of disruption that can derail a season, not because of a lack of talent, but because of the psychological toll of unanswered questions. Yamamoto's departure doesn't just leave a hole in the rotation. It leaves a cloud hanging over the dugout. For a team that prides itself on focus and discipline, this is a test unlike any other, and the outcome could define not just this season, but the franchise's reputation in the years to come. There's also the financial dimension, which can't be ignored. The Dodgers invested heavily in Yamamoto, both in dollars and in marketing strategy, using his name to connect with fans in Asia and elevate their brand as a truly global franchise. His departure complicates sponsorship deals, media rights opportunities, and merchandise sales that were built around his presence. From jersey sales in Tokyo to special broadcasts designed to capture Japanese audiences, the Dodgers now face a recalibration of their business model. And in professional sports, business matters as much as wins and losses. Other franchises are watching closely, taking notes on how this situation is handled, because the ripple effects extend beyond Los Angeles. If the perception grows that MLB is a tough or inhospitable place for international stars, recruitment pipelines could dry up, and that's something no league executive wants. Yamamoto's decision becomes more than personal. It becomes a case study in how fragile the balance between sport and commerce really is, especially when a single player carries so much symbolic weight for a global audience. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. The future of Yamamoto is the wild card in all of this. Will he head back to Japan immediately, welcomed like a prodigal son, returning to a league that knows him best? Will he test free agency in the United States, betting that another team can provide a better fit and more understanding environment? Or will he take a step back from the sport altogether, regrouping before deciding his next move? Each possibility comes with its own set of storylines, and each keeps the baseball world hooked on his every move. His reputation ensures that no door is closed. Every team, every league would at least consider what it would mean to bring him aboard. That makes him both powerful and enigmatic, a figure who controls the narrative simply by staying silent. In a sport where careers are often defined by numbers and statistics, Yamamoto has entered a realm where mystery is his greatest currency. And the longer the questions linger, the more his legend grows, even in absence. What's undeniable is that this story has already transcended the boundaries of the sport itself. Yamamoto's departure isn't just about baseball. It's about identity, ambition, and the collision of cultures in the modern era of global sports. The Dodgers believe they were writing a chapter of dominance with him at the center, but instead they find themselves grappling with uncertainty that no stat sheet can resolve. Fans will argue, experts will speculate, and the media will continue to fuel the fire. But at the heart of it all is a young pitcher whose decision has turned the baseball world upside down. Whether seen as a failure, a betrayal, or a brave act of self-determination, Yamamoto's move ensures that his name will be etched into the sport's history, not just for what he did on the mound, but for the shockwaves he created off it. And in the end, perhaps that's the most powerful legacy of all, the ability to make the entire world stop, wonder, and debate about what happens next. Yamamoto's silence after the announcement has only deepened the intrigue, Because in an era where athletes often rush to social media with long explanations, he has chosen to let mystery do the talking. No cryptic tweet, no carefully worded Instagram post, nothing but the initial confirmation that he is leaving the Dodgers. That absence of clarity is fueling even more speculation. As reporters chase any lead, insiders whisper half-truths, and fans analyze his body language from past press conferences like detectives searching for hidden clues. The silence itself has become part of the narrative, creating the sense that Yamamoto holds the baseball world in the palm of his hand simply by refusing to speak. It's rare to see so much attention on what hasn't been said, but that's the mark of his influence. When one player's silence can dominate headlines for days, it proves just how much weight his presence, or absence, carries. It's not just a decision anymore. It's a spectacle, an unfolding drama where every missing detail feels like a piece of a puzzle that may never be complete, and fans can't help but lean in closer, hoping to catch the first real glimpse of his side of the story. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.